So I would like to discuss some question with you, that is the a sample of urine was tested and it was found that it contained high amount of glucose and ketone bodies. So I will provide you, or someone will provide you, a urine sample which contains the glucose and ketone bodies in high amount. Okay, glucose, obviously diabetes related to, you know that blood glucose level is high, and based on this observation answer the following question. Which endocrine gland and hormone is related to this condition? You know that is the one hormone that is related to the insulin, diabetes, that is pancreas. Pancreas have the cells of islets of Langerhans, and alpha and beta cells are constituent this islet of Langerhans, and the alpha cells and beta cells secretes the insulin which control the blood glucose level. So what is the first question? Which endocrine gland and hormone is related to this condition? That is, the pancreas is associated with endocrine gland and related hormone is insulin. The pancreas consists of islets of Langerhans, and two main type of cells in islets of Langerhans are alpha cells and beta cells. Alpha cell secretes glucagon and beta cell secretes insulin, is a peptide hormone. So I can also ask you that give the example of one peptide hormone, insulin or glucagon, which plays a major role in the regulation of glucose homeostasis. Is decreases the level of glucose in the blood by releasing the rate by which glucose is transported out of blood and into the cell. When insulin is dysfunctional and not produced adequately, glucose uptake is hampered and hence glucose appears in urine along with the ketone bodies. Okay. Name the cells on which the hormone acts. Cell, you know, the insulin hormone acts on the hepatocyte, that is liver cell, or adipocyte, cell of adipose tissue, because liver cell, hepatocyte cell, adipocyte cells, they contain the glucose. Okay, so that's why insulin target cell is the adipocyte or hepatocyte, and enlarged cellular glucose uptake and utilization. Next question, what is the condition called and how can it rectified? You know that when the blood glucose level will be high, what will happen? Diabetes. So prolonged hyperglycemic. So if the blood glucose level is increasing day by day, that condition is known as the hyperglycemic condition. So this hyperglycemic condition hence leads to a complex disorder called diabetes mellitus, which is associated with the loss of glucose through urine and harmful compounds known as the ketone bodies due to the protein metabolism. So continuously through urine the glucose goes out of your body, that is known as the diabetes mellitus, and this is the protein metabolism. Diabetic patients are successfully treated with the insulin therapy. It lowers the blood glucose and gives relief to the patients. Extragenomic DNA is present in both eukaryotic and prokaryotes. Do you agree? Obviously, all the cell contains some genetic material. Extragenomic DNA obviously present in eukaryote, not all, but in prokaryotes and eukaryotes, both in the cases extragenomic DNA is present. In prokaryotes, that is not well defined, properly membrane is present, nucleolus is present, only the DNA material is present, but in the case of the eukaryotic, the extragenomic material is well defined. Okay, so do you agree? Write about their location in the both type of organism where the extragenomic material is present. So yes, extragenomic DNA present in the both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Very simple. Extragenomic chromosomal DNA in the prokaryotes. Where extra chromosomal DNA present in prokaryotes? In the case of prokaryotic cell, the extra genomic DNA is present in the form of plasmids. The plasmids are circular DNA molecule which confer certain unique characters to the bacteria. One such character is the generation of antibiotic resistance in the bacteria. Extra chromosomal DNA in the eukaryotes. Where in the eukaryotes the extra genomic DNA is present in the two simultaneous organelles, that is plastids and mitochondria. Mitochondrial DNA is usually circular and spans about 60,500 DNA building blocks, representing a small fraction of the total DNA in the cells. Plastids are small bodies found free in the most plant cells and are of three types: leucoplast, chloroplast and chromoplast. These contain small double-stranded circular DNA molecules and ribosomes essential for synthesizing certain proteins. Next question. Describe lichen as a symbiotic association between an alga and fungus. You know that symbiotic association, both will be benefited from each other, and you also know that the lichen is the symbiotic association of algae and fungi. So how they help to each other? Lichen are dual organisms containing a permanent association of fungus mycobiont. The fungus part of the lichen is known as the mycobiont, and the algae part of the lichen is known as the phycobiont. The fungal partner is usually an Ascomycetes or sometimes a Basidiomycetes. That is the type of fungi: Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes. The algal partner is the green alga or Cyanobacterium. The fungus holds water, provide protection and ideal housing for the alga. So fungal give the idea the water, protection and shelter. In return, the alga give to the fungus. The alga in the mutually benefited relationship in turn supplies nutrients to the fungus. If the alga is capable of fixing nitrogen, it supplies fixed nitrogen to the fungus. The kind of mutual interdependence helps lichens to grow on dry, barren rocks where the other plants fails to exist, because they just benefited from each other. Moreover, algae and fungi alone cannot grow in such places. Thus, lichen is the symbiotic association between an alga and fungus, and as both the partners cannot survive without each other. Okay? All animals respire, but the mode of respiration are different in animals because of the body's structural organization. Will our final exam biology paper mark distribution units will be according to this, that is the CBSE 2021. Let me open that. Yes, that is this type of question will come from each chapters, okay, but not this will be your marks distribution. In the case of the 11, that is the marks distribution just held like on your board exam. That one is your 12 board exam, okay. The 1 marks, 22 question will be 1 marks, 9 question will be 2 marks. 5 question will be 3 marks and 3 question will be 5 marks. Okay, 22 plus 18, 40, 15 plus 15, 30, 40 plus 30, 70. Clear? So different structural organization or respiratory organ of different. The different ways in which different animals respire are as follows. Aquatic animals, amoeba, they are very simple. Hydra, etc. respire through their body surface. Simple animals. Larger aquatic animals, prawn, fishes have basal organs. They respire through their gills. Higher animals like birds, mammals, reptiles, etc. respire through the lungs. In animals like earthworm, leech, etc., moist skin act as the respiratory surface. In frog, gaseous exchange occurs through three modes of respiration: cutaneous, buccal, pharyngeal, and pulmonary. So each animals have their unique respiratory organs and they are different in their structural. So that's why they are different respiratory organs they also contain. Okay, so clear everyone, this is up to for today. We will continue the discussing the question in my next video also. Okay, bye everyone.